Hi, and welcome to the What's Cooking Show. I'm your host today, Joey Courtableu with Catfish and Piggly Wiggly.
And I'm Chef Jason Huguet from the Steamboat Warehouse in Washington, Louisiana. And today, Joey, we're going to be making a dish called Catfish Courtableu. So the main ingredient that we need to get first is we need some fresh catfish fillets.
Okay, great.
So what do we have?
I think we have some right here, Jason, in our seafood department. We have a couple of nice pieces of fillets and stuff.
That's perfect. You just want a nice, probably 7 to 8 ounce, 7 to 9 ounce catfish fillet.
Okay.
These are going to work perfect. So we have a couple other ingredients we're going to get. Let's go to the dairy section next, and then we have one more ingredient after that, and we're going to head to the steamboat.
You got it.
So we're here now, Joey, in the dairy section at Cash Saver. As you can see, we have a lot of different milk products. Two that we're looking at right now is half and half, and we're also looking at heavy cream. These are a little bit different items. A lot of people use them for somewhat the same, applications. But today we're going to use some heavy whipping cream. So we're going to grab 1 quart of Borden's is all we really need. So that's that. We have one more ingredient to get. So we're going to head up to the ethnic section, I guess you call it, the Mexican section.
Right.
And so we'll grab one more ingredient and we're going to we'll be finished.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay, Jason, we're now in our, what we call a Mexican or ethnic section. What exactly were you specifically looking for your recipe?
Okay, last thing we're going to grab today is some corn flour.
Okay.
Which we just need, that would work perfect. So corn flour, we're going to mix that corn flour with another ingredient that I'll explain when we start our cooking process at the steamboat. So now that we have the 3 ingredients that we needed this morning, let's head out to the steamboat and we'll get to cooking.
Let's get to cooking. Welcome back to the show, everybody. We have Jason that's going to be doing all the cooking for us here today. Jason, you got a catfish special that you're going to be making for us? What is it all about?
Yes, Joey. The dish we're making today is a fish that we put on special every so often, and people really enjoy it. It's a big hit when we do it, so I decided we're going to do it today. Got my little handy-dandy little fryer, so we're going to try that. So how we're going to get started today is we're going to take our beautiful catfish fillets that we got from the pig earlier. And so we have our pan right here getting hot. We're going to start the sauce first because it's going to take a little bit more time than the fish.
Okay.
So we're going to take our little heavy cream. It's the sauce that we basically use as a sauce base here at the steamboat. We're going to make a real simple version of it, a little smaller batch. So we start with heavy cream, and we're going to let that go for a little bit and kind of reduce. Now, this is, it's how we're starting it, but we're going to let it reduce, and at home you reduce it to your desired thickness. Some people like it a little thicker. Some people like it a little runny, a little looser. I like it, a little bit between the two, extremes. So next I want to explain, before we drop our catfish on the next segment, I want to show you that what we use over here, and at home you can batter this fish however you feel like batter, and you can buy the Tony Sashers or the Zatarain's brand and fish fry and do what you want to do. But I'm going to show you how we do it at Steamboat. So we take, this is corn flour that we got from the pig earlier. So I'm going to put some of that right here in our little container. This is just straight corn flour. Now, what I have here is what they call cream meal. This is not going to be in just any store you go to. It's not a common item.
Right.
So the best way to describe cream meal is if you take corn flour, it's very, its coarseness is very fine. Whereas cream meal is very gritty. It's a more coarser ground corn. So this cream meal is actually in the middle. So it's a little bit finer than cornmeal,
right,
and a little bit coarser than corn flour.
Right.
So that's the difference. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this, and I'm going right now for about 50-50. I'm gonna use pretty much equal parts cream meal to corn flour.
Now, Jason, how long have you been doing this recipe?
Actually, this specific dish came about probably about 3-4 years ago, and it was just needed something to put on special, and it worked, and everyone loved it. I'm a firm believer if you put this jumbo lump crab meat that we're gonna add to this sauce. I'm
Anything, huh?
a firm believer you can put it on anything and it'll make it better. A salad, chicken, pork, not as much so, but still you put it on pork.
That's to make it even
certain
better.
applications, yeah.
Yeah.
So the only thing else we're gonna add to this mixture we have here is some of our seasoning. We make this here at the Steamboat. We mix our own seasoning here, probably about twice a week. Just like any other flour, batter, or coating, you're gonna add some seasoning to it. So that's pretty much all we're gonna do.
And a lot of the stuff you do here at the boat all yourself.
Yes, sir. So we try to do everything as fresh as possible, in-house, everything like that. So, you know,
And
fresh is
basically your own
best.
recipes too.
All right. So we're gonna let our concoction go right here. So how we're gonna prepare the fish is we want to take our fillets. And you can look how beautiful that is. This is about an 8 or 9 ounce fillet. And what you want to keep in mind is when you buy your fish in the store, yes, it is ready to cook, but you do want to kind of there's a few things you need to do before you just throw it in the grease.
Right.
I like if you look on the sides of the edges of each side of this fish, there's a little bit of a fatty pieces right here. I like to trim all that off because all that does, that can give you like a little off flavor. Once you bite into it, it looks beautiful when you bite into it. And you know, some places if you buy it frozen, it could be an old fish and it could have somewhat of a rancid
Taste to it like that, almost like a freezer burn kind of stuff.
So I'm just gonna trim this up and just want to kind of clean up the edges. I like to clean the little end piece off. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our knife and we're gonna kind of score it a little bit.
Okay, what does the scoring have to do with, Jason?
Okay, first of all, now if I wasn't putting a sauce on top of this, which we are, now let me make my little cross section. So you want to do it one way, and then you're gonna do it again crossways. If I wasn't topping this with a sauce, this would help with presentation and everything, and it would make it look really nice. We're gonna top it with a sauce. So we're gonna lose some of that, but it does still play a part in presentation, but at the same time, it helps it cook evenly, more evenly. Because if you look, the actual fillets, if you look from one side to the next, it's a lot thicker on this end, and when you come back to the tail end, it kind of tapers down. So you want it to kind of cook more evenly, so you basically have little segments that will cook, like I said, more evenly, like with the tapered piece. And also, it's gonna make it a little crunchy, you know. It's gonna.
I'm sure it cuts down on your cooking time
a little bit faster, yes.
Yeah.
So that's the reason for that.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna season these up with our. Oh, here we go.
Our special seasoning. Here
Special Steamboat seasoning. Just a little bit on each side. Of course, you can season this or whatever you want at home.
Right.
And that's that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this into this batter on the next segment. So we're going to kind of mess with our little sauce right here, so it doesn't stick. So let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get back to the sauce and we'll drop our fish.
You got it. Join us back for more What's Cooking. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Again, Jason's making us a nice catfish dish here today, and we are working on our cream sauce to go on top, and we're getting ready to work on frying our fish.
Yes. Okay, so our sauce is right about on time where we want it to be. So now the next step, I want to go ahead and drop the catfish down. So I'm going to drop this basket down right here. We're going to take our pretty little fillet that we scored and seasoned earlier. We cleaned it up. And we're gonna place it now in our mixture of the cream meal and the corn flour that we've seasoned. And you wanna make sure that you get it all inside these little scores that you cut.
Box, yeah.
Yes, you don't wanna have some exposed, you know, fish flesh with no batter on it. So, as with everything we fry, we wanna kinda shake off the excess. And I'm gonna drop this one, presentation side down. And I see our grease is hot, and we want to leave him alone for a little bit. I got this one on about about 330 degrees. Shouldn't take too long, you know.
That's a nice little fry, Jason.
Yes, man. Sears and Lafayette. It's a Presto brand, and it's a double. And you wouldn't believe how well this little fried fries. You know, some of the fried daddies, you know, not to knock them because they're great, but sometimes they just don't. It's like they don't keep up at like your commercial fry would in the kitchen.
Right, exactly, yes.
But this one, man,
No problem.
no.
Yeah.
I fried stuff, soft shell crabs in there. Never missed a beat.
Wow. Jason, you said you run this on special every so often. Tell us about some of the specials that you do run. Just different things during the week? Or?
Well, actually, what we've had lately, we've had Mako Shark, which we've had quite often before. We do some soft shell crab specials often, different types. We did a slow roasted prime rib last weekend. We also did a New York strip, a 12-ounce New York strip.
And you also had the French onion soup.
French onion soup, and
Which is a hit.
Yeah, ever since Miss Paula, you know, kind of got on me, I've had it probably 3 out of the last 4 weekends. So I said, look, I got to keep my friends happy. So, and Miss Cheryl,
Right.
also.
Cheryl's out of town for a little while there, but
A little while. every
a
weekend.
couple of weeks. But she's back in town now.
Yep.
She called
But,
us last night, so.
This weekend we had some 16-ounce porterhouse, certified Angus beef. Got a lot of good stuff going on lately.
Good.
Well, Joey, look, our sauce is getting about where we want it to be, so I'm gonna add
right.
just a little bit of seasoning. I don't want to add too much because we don't have a full, you know, recipe right now. So what I'm gonna add is a little bit of herbs. You can add any kind of herbs you want. This is an herb mixture that we make over here ourselves, and this one has pretty much every herb you can imagine. And
When we talk about herbs, we're talking about basil, thyme, oregano, sage,
Yep. rosemary.
rosemary, marjoram.
I'm gonna put some freshly sliced green onions. This is multi-purpose, but mostly just for color.
Right.
So now we're gonna take one of my favorite things on earth. It's beautiful jumbo lumps of crab meat,
I mean, look, that's some beautiful stuff. There.
and they're huge. And like I said, you can put these little things, or big things, I should say, on anything. I mean, what does it not go good on? I mean, saute it, put it on top of a big fillet or a big, you know.
A porterhouse.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong. Jumbo lump, you just can't go wrong. So anytime you're using jumbo lump crab meat, in a sauce especially, or if you're sauteing or anything like that, main thing what people don't realize till it's too late, don't stir too much. Like you start stirring, it all breaks up. Why pay premium price for a premium product, and then by the time you're done with it, you
It's
break
all
it all
mush,
up. Yeah, you could have bought a $14, $15 type of crab meat that's gonna do the same purpose that you end up with. So if you have the lumps, keep the lumps. Just kind of swirl it like that over the heat, just to kind of, at this point we're putting it over heat just to kind of heat the crab meat. Crab meat's cooked, obviously, so you're just trying to heat it up. So you don't want it on a high flame, you want it kind of low, and you don't want to stir. If you stir it all, you want to kind of fold, you know what I'm saying? Just fold. Maybe just kind of gently stir. But at this point, we're pretty much ready. Our sauce is ready.
Okay.
So all we're waiting on really is our catfish,
Okay.
which has got another few more minutes. You want to make sure, because this is not catfish strips that you would fry at home. This is a whole fillet. So you want to make sure that you get it's fully cooked. You don't want to serve anything raw or undercooked. And at the same time, it's seafood, so you don't want to overcook it.
And
So
being that a sauce is going on top of it, you kind of want your fish a little bit more crispier, right?
exactly, because you know what it's going to do? It's going to make it a little bit soggy. Let's turn this down a little bit, Joe. I can't see on that
Okay.
side. You can turn it down.
Got
So
it.
while we have a minute, why don't we tell everybody where we got our fish
That's
and
right.
our corn flour and our heavy cream and all our green onions and parsley and all this
Well,
stuff.
all
we got
that
right
can be
there.
found at your local Piggly Wiggly store or cash over here in Opelousas. And the addresses?
8410 Highway 182 North, which is, call us there, 948-9427.
Right.
Or the other
Cash saver.
location, 1305 Heather Drive, that's 948-8199. Give us a call if you have any questions
Yeah, just call
of
and let us
products
know.
that you need.
Or if we can get some recipes for you with the computer, or y'all can get your own recipes. Just go to our website at kdcg.com and click on the What's Cooking show.
Yep.
We got all kind of recipes there. And
If you well, go ahead. I'm sorry to
No,
cut
that's
you off.
okay. If you'd like to be a guest chef here on our show, you can just call Delta Media in Karen Road. Talk to Ms. Kathy.
Or you can call here at Steamboat,
That's right.
826-7227. Ask for me, Jason Huguet. Or you can email me. If you go to our website, steamboatwarehouse.com, you can email me, and from there, it comes straight to me. We'd love to have you as a guest. Come cook on the show.
It's a half an hour free advertisement, and get your name out there to let other people know that might know anything about your business, whether it be catering, restaurant, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
give
it's free.
Yeah,
It's
it's free. Easy. Definitely.
So, also, one thing I want to talk about real quick before we pick up our filet and go to break. We are going to be at the event, the Paragon. If anyone's interested, give me a call. I can put you in touch with the right people. It's at the Paragon, the Maori Center. It's called La Cuisine de la Louisiane, and it's for a good cause. It's a fundraiser, and that's what we'll be doing this Sunday. We're going to bring smoked duck and andouille gumbo.
Wow, sounds great.
Yes, so if you want more information about that, contact me over here at Steamboat, and I'll be glad to help you with that.
Fantastic. Okay, well, we're going to take another short break, Jason, if you're ready. We're going to let our fish finish cooking, and then we'll come back and we'll put that wonderful,
We'll plate up,
beautiful lump crab meat cream sauce on top
show
of
you
it.
how we do it.
All right, so join us back. More What's Cooking. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Again, we have Jason's cooking a nice catfish dinner for us today, and we about ready to pull it out, right, Jason?
Time to pick it up, Joe.
All right.
So I'm gonna take it out right here. That's what I want to do. I want to flip it and show you what the scoring does to it. See, presentation-wise, if you weren't putting sauce on this, the scoring just adds a little extra presentation-wise. And of course, if you really wanted to, you could always put your sauce on the bottom and then your fish on top of the presentation, because that's completely fine. But
It looks wonderful.
yeah, so that's simple. Everyone at home saw how we did it, how simple it was. I mean, go to your local Piggly Wiggly, buy all these ingredients. The jumbo you may have a trouble finding or maybe around town, but I know Pig has crab meat, so it doesn't have to be jumbo lump.
No, it
we just
doesn't.
do it here because it's just what we do.
That's
So-
what you do with the steamboat.
right.
Speaking about this steamboat, why don't you tell us your hours of operation and stuff?
Well, we're closed on Mondays, but we're open Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9:30 p.m. Friday, Saturday, 5 to 10:30 p.m. Give you a little extra hour to come and have a nice time. And Sundays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we always enjoy having people here. If you want to have a party, a business party, you have a group, you need to do a presentation for 30, 40 people under 50, we have the upstairs dining facility you can use. We don't charge any
Room
rental
fee.
fee. It's just you use it and you pay for whatever you eat.
Yeah.
Simple.
And you got a nice, very nice back porch that goes sits right over the by your
Yes,
Courtableu.
and you know what? We're not known for live music. We've never really done a whole lot of live music, but I think in the last year and a half we've done more live music here than ever before, and we have a lot of local bands who have been coming, and we do them on Fridays here and there. Check us out on Steamboat Warehouse Facebook page.
Facebook.
We post the specials daily on that page, and we also promote who's going to be playing when. We've had this little young trio of young guys who play the fiddle and accordion and acoustic guitar. They do really well. South Winds, who is a classic rock band, and they are awesome, and they always draw a crowd. We have Eric Gotro,
Eric, yes.
who's a local celeb musician. So he's coming. We got him booked for 3 or 4 dates throughout the rest of the year. So that's something that's nice, and it's different for what we're used to doing. Usually we'll put them outside if it's pretty weather. If not, we'll put them underneath in the bar, underneath the TV, and just kind of tell them it's not too loud, so where you don't come to Steamboat because it's too loud. We don't do all that stuff. You can still sit and have conversations with your family and your friends and enjoy a nice dinner, some wine, a drink, whatever. And it doesn't overwhelm you, but it's something in addition to, just if you're out for a night of entertainment, it's good food, some great drinks, and
Great
enjoy some
specials.
music.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good specials. Okay, so
So-
you want to get back to our
All right, tell you what.
dish?
Now, this is how we're gonna plate it. put it at the steamboat just like this. So we have this. Let me put this where you can get it a shot at. All right. So we have our fish, and we have our sauce. First, we want to do is just kind of put some of those lumps right there on there. And you can't have too much lumps of crab meat on there.
Yeah, you want some sauce too there.
Right. But put the lumps first, and then what I do is take the sauce and actually do the drizzle. Now at home, some people, the good thing about doing it at home is some people over here, they order sauce on the side because they don't like their sauce to overwhelm their food or whatever. At home, you can put as much or as little sauce as you want.
That's right.
So that's why we're showing you today how to do it. You can do this at home. And to finish it off, you do have to put something on there, just a little color. And if you really, really, really want to go, you know, a little over top, you could always take some chopped parsley like that. And that is our finished dish.
Can't ask for any better than that. Simple.
Simple.
Beautiful.
You saw how quick we did that? No, it's a 30-minute show, but it didn't take us 30 minutes to cook it.
No,
right?
Definitely not.
So, very simple at home. Go to your local seafood market or go to Piggly Wiggly and get the fish. You got the crab meat. You got the cream. You probably have the herbs too. If you know, if you don't have your like access to fresh herbs, go to Catfish or Piggly Wiggly. They have Italian seasoning blend. It will serve the same purpose. Do that.
Yep.
Get you some steamboat seasoning. Add it to it.
And done.
Finished thing.
And if you want to copy this recipe or any other recipe done on our show, you can just remember to go to kdcg.com, click on the What's Cooking show, and you'll find that and all the other recipes.
Once again, 2 locations of Piggly Wiggly. 1305 Heather Drive, which is Cash Saver. So if you want to call them, it's 948-8199. I wonder if Kevin even has the phone numbers. Does he even know the phone numbers?
I think it's just in his phone.
Or the second location is 8410 Highway 182 North. That's the location that's closest to me. I go there more just because it's closer. For me, like I leave here after I prep all day in the afternoons, decide what I'm going to cook on a Monday, you know, afternoon when we're closed. I go pick up my ingredients and then head
You
back
get you a
to
nice
Courtableu.
bottle of wine or something like that.
And we were looking, speaking of wine, we're looking at the selection this morning at Cash Saver, and y'all really do have a very large, extensive selection of wine. So I encourage you, if you're ever looking for some good wine and you don't know where to go, don't go to Marcello's, don't go to Lafayette, you know, just for that trip.
Yeah,
you know, just because it's a long drive, nothing against Marcello's. I love Marcello's, but why drive all the way to Lafayette? You check there first. They may have what you need.
Probably
so.
If not, just ask us and we can try to get it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's a good thing about Pig.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If they don't have it, they'll get it.
Okay, and also if you want to be a guest chef here on the show, just contact Delta Media, talk to Miss Kathy, or email you, or call Jason.
Call us,
and we'll get you set up for an appointment. We do our tapings every Tuesday morning. We start usually about 8:30 at one of the stores, and then come over here and we finish up over here. So join us back for What's Cooking next week's show, and we'll have another exciting guest for y'all. Thank y'all for watching.